Okay, well, you never know when this thing is recording, so I'm just going to begin by introducing myself. My name is Dennis Procopio. I am the owner of Man Up Life Coaching. And what do we do here? I'm just trying to clear my screen at the same time as talk to you. Here, let me go ahead and flip this as well so that I don't go over 30 minutes. I don't think I'm going to go that long though. Basically, I just wanted to introduce myself. If you've never heard me talk before, just a regular guy who happens to coach other dudes who are stuck in their lives in some way. At the time of this recording, I'm 50 years old. I have a pretty cool little operation here in San Diego, California, where I broadcast from. Got a local group of guys who are a fun support network, got a broader group of guys in all time zones who came in as guys looking for guidance, and somewhere along the way became friends, became family in a way. And we like to think of ourselves as a brotherhood in the sense that we're all dudes who see each other through the eyes of support, love, and we don't do the, no backstabbing, no weird stuff, just guys supporting guys doing the right thing. What's this got to do with you? Well, this video is being made for you, and it's about your problems. Who are you? Presumably you're a guy. Maybe the word man got you. Maybe the word problems got you. Maybe the word you got you. Why are you here? Why are you watching? Because there's a problem you're trying to solve. And you're trying to solve it because that's kind of how your brain works. You're a smart guy. Huh? You're a bit of an overthinker. And when you get overthinking, you get worried. When you get worried, your mind starts to take you in directions that aren't good. They involve fear, they involve judgment. You need grounding, right? You need grounding and you need reassurance. And so you may find yourself looking for a dopamine drip from the world around you, just going from one source of validation, external validation, to another. And I know what that is. That's lonely. And you can be afraid in that space. For the average guy who's going to be drawn to the world that I've created here, this culture that I'm kind of carrying on my back like a Galapagos tortoise, one 50-year-old step at a time here. There's this community of guys, and these are all dudes ranging in age from 20-something to early 60s, mid 60s, who all identify this is a universal phenomenon. This isn't just Americans. This isn't, because I've got guys in different countries. It's not a generational thing. It's just, I'm even hesitant to say that it's a dude thing. There are just a certain number, but this Man Up Life Coaching is for men, right? So there are a certain number of guys in the world, a certain percentage, who feel lonely, feel sad, feel scared, feel like they need a high school guidance counselor to help them get grounded, stay accountable, stay on course, not get lost in the weeds, not kind of freak out because you're holding so much in and you're not allowed to show that you're freaking out because that's your inner bitch coming out. You know what I mean? Sorry, PC Police. Oops, did I say inner bitch? Well, that's what it is. No. If you're holier than thou and are going to judge me for my goofy language, then get off your high horse, come down here on the ground and walk around with your buddy Dennis. But there is this part of you, come on, all joking aside, there is this part of you, this sort of squirrely part, right? And that's why we meditate. You might not be into meditation in the sense of sitting around, right? I mean, I live in San Diego, California. There are a lot of, oh man, it's like, it's like ego meditation. Me, oh, me. It's all about me. Wow, I did some meditation and me. It's like, that's not really what this is supposed to be about. What it's supposed to be about is, I'm just going to, like you're detuning a drum head. Just, it's really tight, right? And so you boom, 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 boom. You're down here. And if you ever listen to meditation music, right? It's always down here. It's always like, I don't care if it's like the Dark Crystal, Jim Henson's Dark Crystal, or if it's real Tibetan guys like that, or Tuvan throat singers like that, or Aborigines with didgeridoos, but it's these deep barrel-chested Africans, down here, right? That's this energy of being the grounded male, right? And then you think of feminine energy, and it's right? It's just how it sounds to us. I mean, I know that's really not probably, again, it's not PC, but if we're just being real, that's what it is. So for guys, we love that feminine energy, right? We love that. Right? Right? This is going to go viral as fuck. I can see it right now. The one time you decide to just not be the commercial guy and just be your actual self, right? But that's what it is, man. You are a guy, you're a man with problems. One of your problems is you haven't grounded yourself. And you haven't allowed yourself to sort of sack up and trust your creative voice. You have to offer something to the world. That's the secret. You have to offer something. You have to shamelessly offer something. And what is the thing you have to offer? I know it's like a knife in the ear when you're in a judgmental place to hear this. I promise I've been there. But it's love. My son, Bennett, who has dwarfism and autism, is a special needs little dude and has these habits which are associated with ASD, mod severe ASD. He has these habits, these routines, and one of them involves SpongeBob and watching a SpongeBob movie over and over and over. So I can't tell you how many times I've heard this one segment of the movie where the whole Bikini Bottom falls into apocalyptic turmoil. And as they're running around in this sort of Dune-like state, the one character's going, "Love! The secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula is love!" And I've heard that over and over because my son sits there with the rewind button, when you're lying on the couch with a pillow over your head. It's love. The secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula is love. Well, here's why this is super, super funny. Because, man, you and your problems, who are an overthinker and a problem solver, are just like plankton looking for the secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula. You want the formula. You want the formula that you can, if I do this, I get everything that I want that satisfies all of my need. If you're plankton, which is the character representation of this little man inside, this little narcissist inside of us, that little guy represents that little angry little plankton. You don't get smaller than that. That tiny little angry little man represents the aforementioned inner bitch. And your problems stem from the fact that from that perspective, through that lens, right? To hear the word love is as sickening as SpongeBob, right? Joy, happy, love. Shut up. Back of the freaking hand, right? That's the voice in your head. Who is that? Who's that guy? Is that your dad? Who is that? Is that an uncle? Is that some military officer that his boot you want to lick? Who is that? Or who you're afraid of? Who's that inner boss, alpha idea in your head that's shaming you? Who is that? Get rid of that. The secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula is love. And you say, well, this is manning up. I thought we were going to be slapping people in the face with our dicks. Because man, and dragging our knuckles through the underbrush. And don't fuck with me, bro. Come on. Really? That's what being a man is? I know that world. That's down here. There. It's too far down. We got to come up from that. Man up. You're a man, and your problem is that you have a complicated relationship with love. I don't care what your problem is. I don't care. Dude, I'm doing this all day, every day for years. Like 50. I can't make that up. It's a real number. I've been doing this for a minute. And I'm telling you, show me a fireman guy, the fire paramedic dude that I work with. Show me the bear frickin' hunter guy. I hunt moose and bear on my 2 million acres of land in frickin' British Columbia. Show me the Indian guy working as a project manager for Amazon. Show me the other Indian guy working as a project manager for an enterprise retail store. Show me the other Indian guy who's not telling his family that he works with a life coach. All of these guys, man. Show me the guy who's a freaking butcher, but he's really a closeted filmmaker, and he doesn't know how to get to the next level because he wants the world to believe in him before he's really able to believe in himself and conquer that inner bitch. It's the same thing over and over. You conquer that inner bitch with love. You honestly actually do. No matter how much of a badass you are, show this to your most freaking alpha dude friend and say, is this dude full of shit or are you vibing with this? Does this pass your smell test? He's going to say, nah, he's saying the right thing. Because the people who think that being an alpha male is being a macho asshole that, has some sort of fear-based respect status at the expense of other people, that's not in the Brotherhood, that's not who runs the show, because the other guerrilla angels will take them out for the sake of just general goodness. We're naturally inclined toward goodness. Some of us have had a hard life. Some of us have taken our bumps and bruises. Some of us haven't received love or had it modeled for us in a way that we have a healthy relationship with it. And if you're going to be 100% honest and 100% real, then you have to be willing to just say that like it is, take ownership of it and say, all right, well, then the only way to turn it around is to change the lens that I see through. So instead of seeing through the lens where I hear love as love, gay, gross, bad, femi, whatever your languages you're using, to shame yourself into thinking that love is for some reason this bad thing. Yeah, you have to accept that you're as much worth love, no matter what guilty complex you might have, no matter what crappy feelings you might feel about yourself, no matter how much of an underachiever you feel like you are, no matter who, you might have done some really bad stuff. But is there anyone who is beyond forgiveness? No. I mean, there's some bad people out there. But man, when you make the decision that you're going to start moving in the direction of good, then really it's your game to win. You just keep moving in that direction. And if people are, doubting you or whatever, or that's the story you have in your head, just send positivity. How do you do that? How do you send positivity? Ground yourself. Breathe. Get physically low. Down here. Remember? We were talking about this earlier. Get down here. When you feel that tightness, when you feel that nervousness, drop it low. Get down here. Get down here. Stay here. Sit down. Stay here. Breathe. Right? Take some air into your big man chest. Pull back your big man shoulders. But I'm not a big man. Just channel your inner brawny, my friend. Right? I know there's a lot of guys, you know. My son's a little guy. My son's never going to be that big. He has dwarfism, right? But you can have a big spirit, right? Ground yourself. Take breaths. Be strong. Everything's going to be okay, big boy. Sure, right? Tell yourself that. You got this, buddy. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. You can do this. Hey, you're gonna do it. Yeah, I believe in you. Isn't this how you solve your problems? I said this video was for you. That's what I said. I said, you're a man and I can help you solve your problems. I also said hashtag bro coach approach. Because I'm talking to you like a person. I'm assuming this is something you need to hear. Why the hell would you be watching? Am I looking for internet infamy? Hell no. What am I looking for? I'm not looking for anything. That's the point. This is an offering. Most likely what will happen, I'm going to start getting emails telling me that some freaking Russian bot or whatever left some message on here. I'll get the occasional snarky comment because somebody was looking for man. And I decided to come out here in the spirit of love rather than wielding a katana, right? Although I do have a katana story, but it's a story for another time. If you've gotten to minute, let's see, what would you guess that is? If it's a half hour, I'd say that's maybe we're at 22 minutes. If you've gotten to maybe 22 minutes and you're still here, then at this point, you're either like, where the flip is this guy going? I got to ride this out at this point just to see where this wackadoodle goes. Or maybe you're saying, you know what I like about this dude? He seems smart and he's just sending a lot of love my way. And I really need that right now. This feels like a safe space. This feels like a guy you could hang out with and he wouldn't judge you and might have some wisdom for you. In fact, might have a lot of wisdom for you. You know, I'd have a phone call with that guy. Well, if you're getting that feeling, then maybe you should go to my website, manuplifecoaching.com. And then maybe you should hit the big red button that says get on Dennis's calendar. And then you can just choose a time you'd like me to call you. And then I will call you and say, hey, good morning. This is Dennis from Man Up Life Coaching. I read your client application. You said some interesting stuff. Let's talk about it. And if in that phone call, we click and something that I say resonates with you, then we can have a conversation about doing it all over again. So if that's interesting for you, go to my website. If, on the other hand, you just think, you know, this guy's kind of interesting to listen to, I can kind of chill out to listen what Dennis of Man Up Life Coaching has to say, then you can hit the subscribe button and follow or whatever, and hit them all. Just boom, just hit them all. That's what the bots do. Okay. Well, if nothing else, hopefully I've made you feel a little bit better because I've reminded you that no matter what your problem is, cringe-worthy as it may be for your inner gorilla, love is the answer. The secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula is love. All right, guy.